Hi Internet, I'm Charpen, and I'm going to talk about toys that aren't released yet. So I was so blown away by the War for Cybertron stuff that I just wanted to do a non-scripted, just off-the-cuff video about it. It's probably going to be a complete mess because since I didn't script it, I'm probably not going to be able to do many retakes for whenever I ramble and mess stuff up with my stupid list, and I'm probably going to forget stuff and get a lot of facts wrong. But I want to make it anyway, and it's my channel so I can. And I really need to fill up my empty video library. So without any more beating around the bush or awkward explaining, let's just get straight into this. So first off, to address the elephant in the room, I really don't care about the Micromasters, so I'm not going to be talking about them much. I mean, they look alright, they're cool I guess, but I'm really just not into the whole mini-bots thing. Unless they have some sort of cool interaction gimmick, like the Headmasters and the Titan Masters, they could interact with the Titan's Return guys. And I'm sure these Micromasters can do something like that, but they're just not really for me. Maybe they'll win me over eventually, but I'm not really interested. Except these two. That is clearly the Star Saber, and we need the Star Saber. Just give it one more member for the handle, and we can give it to Kicker.
I'll save you!
Okay, so Micromasters are out of the way. Now let's get to the stuff I actually care about. First of all, we have Chromia. Yeah, let's start with her. Looks like a retool of the Power of the Prime's Moonracer. Or Firestar, whichever one came first. And it looks good. I'm not really a fan of the mold itself. I mean, the mold looks good too, but it's alright. And this version definitely looks a lot less kibbly than those were, so that's good I guess. Next we have Hound. Meh. I mean, I don't have a problem with him, but he's just meh. It has been a pretty long while since Hound's got his own mold, and I am gonna get it, hopefully, but it's nothing spectacular. I mean, it is just Hound. Next there's Ironhide, who also looks okay. His box with wheels mode isn't exactly impressive because it's just a box with wheels. But then again, Ironhide's never exactly had impressive alt modes to begin with, at least not in G1. But of course an Ironhide figure comes with the promise of many Redecos. We're obviously gonna get a Ratchet eventually, and come on, please, okay, please, pretty please Hasbro, come on, you know you wanna do it! And is it just me, or does that missile launcher look a lot like Armada Red Alert? No, just me? One issue I can see with this guy is these ugly bits of the arms just sticking out as the alt mode. I mean, you could have easily covered that up with a panel that turned into a shield or something for robot mode. It looks so easy, I'm just surprised they didn't do it in the first place. Especially as much as this line seems to love shields. I mean, somebody get that man a shield. Sideswipe. Looking good, love the alt mode. A little wide in the robot mode though. But I'm not exactly sure we need a new Sideswipe. I mean, the Universe one still seems pretty good, and it had that cool transforming into Sunstreaker thing, 2 different robot modes. It was cool, I still kinda want it. But this one does look objectively better. Except for that really annoying peg sticking out of the front. It's so asymmetrical, it annoys me. But if anything, I'll probably get this guy to repaint into Armada Wheeljack. Next, let's see here, Optimus, the big OP. Prime Man, Optimus Prime. He is very G1 accurate and he has a large axe. I've heard people say that they don't like his truck mode, it looks weird or something, but I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I mean, very few of the War for Cybertron alt modes look very Cybertronian. They look pretty futuristic earthy, like Season 3 G1. And Optimus here looks alright. I mean, I'm probably not going to be getting him because I already have MP10V, but it's nice to see that we finally have an affordable mass retail Voyager class G1 accurate Optimus Prime. That was very specific. Next we have Ultra Magnus, who to no one's surprise is a white Optimus Prime with Ultra Magnus armor. I didn't really think we needed this guy because we already had the Combiner Wars leader version, but yeah, well, it's nice to have options, I guess. But what I like about this guy is that he's not just a white version of Optimus. He's way chunkier and beefier looking, and he looks like a completely new mold. And honestly, I just might pick up this one just for that. I'm really impressed by that. Or at least, I like it. I respect what they're trying to do with it. Also, his vehicle mode is based on Robots in the Sky's Ultra Magnus, which is definitely surprising, but I'm also definitely not complaining. It looks really good. So, who here remembers Cog? No one? Didn't think so. Cog is, I think, one of Metroplex's little robot buddies that the original toy came with, or something. I'm not exactly sure why they're releasing him now, when the most recent Metroplex came out years ago, but whatever, I guess. His gimmick is that he can split up into a bunch of different pieces to armor up different figures, which is kind of the gimmick of the line. The Micromasters all get muzzle flashes and laser effects to replicate well, bubble flashes and laser effects, which is definitely a welcome addition because we haven't had anything like this in... Have we ever had anything like this in Transformers? And the figures themselves are all painted up with battle damage markings, though some go a little bit further with it than others. It looks good, but I kind of feel like some people are going to want cleaner looking versions of these molds, and if you're stuck with the battle damage versions, you're kind of out of luck. Also, there's apparently this combat system, which probably doesn't stand for anything that makes any sense, where the figure's weapons can transform into other kinds of weapons. Like Optimus's axe can split up into a shield and something, and other characters' weapons can turn into other things. Which I guess is a fun little bonus, but mostly I just care about the figures themselves. And honestly, I'm not sure if I'm going to be picking up Cog. He doesn't really look that good to me. To me. I mean, he's fine objectively, but to me this looks kind of haphazard and slapdash, and I'm just not really a fan. Okay, now let's talk about the real reason I wanted to do this video. The Decepticon reveals. They are amazing. We had to wait quite a while after the Autobot reveals to finally get the Decepticon reveals, but it was well worth it. I mean, these guys are just so many things that we've needed for so long, and now we finally have them. First we got Megatron, who, just like Optimus, I'm not going to be buying because I already have Mechanic Master. But yeah, see, after I already spend like $50 a piece on these two guys, then we get affordable Voyager class Optimus and Megatron. Yeah, no, I'm not even mad, it's fine, it's fine. But seriously though, I'm not really even mad, because I think Mechanic Master's proportions are going to work really well with these beefy jacked up War for Cybertron guys. I mean, they look like they're all on steroids or something. Now, Megatron's tank mode looks kinda iffy to me. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just kinda messy, haphazard. I've said haphazard probably way too many times already. Doesn't look quite like my thing. If I didn't have Mechanic Master, I'd still get him, but... That was English. And is that me, or does this guy kinda remind me of some other Megatron? Nah, it's probably just me. Next we have Starscream, who looks also okay. Better than this guy at least. And I don't think this guy is that bad. I'm gonna do a review on him eventually, but this guy is probably gonna be replacing him on my shelf soon. The Jet mode looks okay too, and I gotta say, I'm impressed by how they managed to take an Earth mode looking robot mode and turn it into a Cybertronian Jet mode. I really want to think that's a reference to how the G1 cartoon just kept his Earth-based robot mode but gave him a Cybertronian Jet mode. But even if it isn't, I'm still gonna think that because it's too cool to not think that. Unfortunately, his Jet mode does seem to have a little bit of yeet. That's a lot of cable. Why is it that legs are always the bane of every single Jet mode Transformers existence? No, well, I'm still probably getting them anyway. Then there's Flywheels, or whatever they're calling him now. And again, I really don't care about this guy. I mean, Battletrap looks cool, and I hear everyone loves him, and I'm sure everyone's gonna love Flywheels, but I haven't got Battletrap, so I don't care enough about Flywheels to actually, want him. I'm sure I'll get Battletrap eventually and think he's amazing, and then I'll want Flywheels, but until then, he's just another pass for me. And this one doesn't even have robot mode, which is probably a good thing for the combined mode, but as a selling point, not so much. And I realize at this point I sound like a whiny nitpicky little brat, but it's my honest opinion, you can't fault me for that, right? Anyway, there's Bruntosaur, the purple tank guy. I think this guy is also another drone friend of a city bot. In this case, it's Triptychon's tank minion dude. So not only did they turn him into an actual figure with a robot mode and everything, they also gave him the same gimmick as Cog, making him able to split apart into multiple pieces so he can be armored up onto any other figure. Oh, and look, there's Red Alert. Again, I'm not really a fan of the gimmick. It looks alright, but it's nothing I'm gonna go crazy over. But Brunt does look like a pretty good army builder, so I might get at least 2 of him because he looks kinda cool. Also, those hands seriously remind me of Energon Landmine. Hasbro? Retool Hasbro? Please? Come on, retool? Come on, you know you want to. Again, do it. Come on, do it, do it! So next we have Refractor, whatever. He turns from an incredibly G1 accurate robot mode to a thing. That is literally the only thing I can use to describe him. It is a thing that exists, and that is it. It's supposed to be some sort of spaceship, I guess, and it has a window thing, so I guess it's supposed to be a manned spaceship thing. It kind of reminds me of Combiner Wars Shockwave now that I look at it, but we all know this is not the real alt mode. Because if you get 3 of this guy, you can turn him into the G1 accurate camera mode. Which again kind of reminds me of that other reflector that was a retool of Combiner Wars Shockwave. Was this guy based on that? Because it would be pretty cool if he was based on that. When you think about it, the concept of this guy is kind of sinister. Because you know no one's going to be satisfied with just this alt mode. If you're going to buy this at all, you're going to buy 3 of him so you can get the camera mode. And all that together is about $60. So you buy one, you gotta buy them all. And Hasbro knew this. This is like a gateway drug. And they did a darn good job of marketing it to us. Well, I mean, unless you don't want Reflector, in which case, I guess you're all safe. For now. So I saved the best two for last. These guys are the ones I really wanted to talk about. First off, Soundwave. And all I can say about this guy is wide. Okay, I can say a little bit more about him. I am so glad that we finally have a Voyager class G1 style Soundwave. I mean, we had this, but it's not really G1 style. He does look a bit too heavy-handed on the battle damage and techno garble, but I'm cool with it. One thing I noticed is that his left arm seems to be permanently sculpted in a pushing a button pose. I mean, that's great for when you want to pose him pushing one of his buttons, but it might look a little awkward when you try to pose his arms any other way. But I guess we won't know for sure until people actually have him in hand. Also, as any self-respecting Soundwave would, he has a cassette gimmick. Unfortunately, his chest can only store one cassette box, unlike the 3 that his War for Cybertron version could. And I know pretty much no Soundwave can store more than one these days, but I just like the fact that the War for Cybertron one can store 3. The only cassette box that have been revealed so far are Laserbeak and Ravage, but I'm sure there are going to be more later on down the line. And all I can say about these guys is... extra thick! Oh, and Laserbeak's cool too, I guess. It's nice that they finally let them be cassettes again, instead of data discs, or iPods, or... And it's cool that Ravage can also mount on the back of Hound, just like his Universe toy could. Also, these guys double as shields for Soundwave's robot mode, or I'm guessing any other figure too. Which I guess is a kinda nice way to justify the robot modes, because in terms of play features, a plastic brick isn't very fun. So I don't think they're gonna be able to play much back after taking all that abuse. And I guess I gotta point out Soundwave's alt mode too. It's a, plank with a window on it. Now I've heard a lot of people say it's not good, or it looks weird or off, or it doesn't look like anything at all, and granted, that's all true. Except for the not good thing. I think it's good. I mean, G1 Soundwave's alt modes have ranged from a box and Soundwave doing a T-pose. And he actually can do the lamppost mode, that's kinda cool. So the fact that this thing is an actual vehicle at all that presumably moves is a step up for Soundwave in terms of functionality. So I am hoping you can still turn into some kind of makeshift cassette player mode. That would make this guy perfect. And finally, the main event, the best thing of this entire line, the very best in my opinion, Shockwave. This guy is everything I hoped for. When I heard we were getting a leader class Shockwave, I was kinda worried. I mean, we already have a leader class Shockwave, technically. And I really wanted a Voyager class Shockwave, because all we have now is Cylinder Wave and Beast Wave. But I was very pleasantly surprised to find out that it's actually a Voyager class Soundwave with armor that can make him leader class. This is exactly what I wanted, and I'm so glad that we finally have this. Technically the Voyager robot doesn't actually transform, it just has this little glider thing, which is also kinda cool, and frankly even if he didn't transform I'd just be cool with this. But he also does turn into some sort of spaceship thing that the Transformers Wiki seems to say is based on the Revenge from the movie. I mean, that ship did already have Shockwave's head on it, so why not, I guess. The super mode is kind of ridiculous, but in a cool, fun way. He's got 4 arms. 4 arms! And the super mode arms are just copies of his gun arm, which is, again, weird but cool. And the shoulder pads look like his legs, which is again weird but cool. It kind of has some sort of weirdo Macross vibe to it. But then again, I really don't know what a Macross vibe is, because I'm not a fan of Robotech. So I gotta say, I probably won't be leaving him in super mode very often, but it's nice to have options for the people who do want a leader class Shockwave. And, so, what else is there? No, I think that's it. I think I'm done. So, yeah, a lot of good stuff I really wanted to talk about, and totally not just because I need more videos on my channel. Hopefully this video wasn't a complete unintelligible mess, and I'm probably not going to be able to afford any of this stuff. And I still don't know how to end my videos without making an unnecessary joke. So, bye.